28 years later, The Bone Temple marks the first film I have watched in 2026 as it continues on from the long-awaited sequel that came out last year. It is another strong addition to this franchise, which essentially has the same positives as last year's film, that being the beautiful scenery that's depicted so well with the cinematography, the strong performances all around, and just in general continuing in that new fresh direction that this franchise is going in. The film is a bit lighter on action. However, the quieter moments that are added here do present some really interesting ideas and concepts, which I found to be quite rewarding, so I didn't mind the lack of action, to be honest. Those moments presenting new additions to the lore which are explored through Ralph Fiennes, who does kind of step into more of a lead role this time around. His performance stands out overall with some oddly timed comedic moments, some philosophical discussions, and just his overall charm making him such an enjoyable person to watch on screen. Unfortunately, this does push young Alfie Williams into more of a side character, and while his performance is still strong here, especially for someone his age, you don't get as much of an impact from him this time around. Jack O'Connell also returns and is such a menacing figure who corrupts his gang members into making so many sadistic choices, and whilst you know he's a terrible person, it is such a joy to watch Jack O'Connell work. Some may criticize this film for its lack of action and the common complaints given to the second entries in trilogies. However, I felt this was a very important film which carried on the ideas from part 1 into part 3, which we're going to be getting next year. It still contains the same positives whilst also improving on the negatives. Overall, I thought this was an improvement over last year's sequel.